UFC 296. One of the most hyped cards of the year, but also the most disappointing card of the year and one of the worst cards of this year. I mean, yeah, the undercard was okay. It was okay. But what about the main card? The main attraction? It was so sus. It was not that good. All right, let's start off with Josh Emmett versus Bryce Mitchell. Rest in peace, Bryce Mitchell, because that was a horrifying knockout. I watched this card with a couple of my friends, and everyone was mortified by that knockout. No one was cheering for that knockout. That was absolutely horrifying. Bryce Mitchell was seizing up. It was scary. It was terrible. It was horrible. I can't get the image out of my head. And, well, that's why you cut 40 pounds, because Josh Emmett walks around at 184 out of camp. Moving up the card, we have Tony Ferguson versus Paddy Pimblett. Another complete and utter disappointment. The 7th straight loss for Tony Ferguson. And I remember everyone everywhere talking about, oh, Tony Ferguson, he trained with David Goggins. He's the only one who survived Hell Week. But guess what? That mattered zero. He still lost, and he got dominated by Paddy Pimblett. Tony Ferguson, I've been saying this. He doesn't need cardio. He doesn't need conditioning. He needs to work on his skills. His technique. Tony Ferguson was one of the most mentally tough people in the UFC. Why did he need more? He didn't need more mental toughness. Just a complete disappointing and sad fight. Honestly, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Shavkat versus Wonderboy. Guess what? Another correct prediction from the LSFC. Complete domination, really. Just complete domination, you know? Once he got him down, he had some trouble taking him down. Once he got him down, submitted him. Easy. Shavkat, easy win. Future of the division. Pantoja versus Brandon Royval. Now, if you're one of the 3 Brandon Royval fans, that was probably a really frustrating night for you. He has the definition of pillow fist. Pantoja was literally walking into his shots, just standing there, taking 5-piece combos, and he literally didn't even get rocked. He was tired. He was gassed. Brandon Royval could have, you know, pushed the pace a little bit more and tried to get a finish, but no. He decided to get taken down again. He has the takedown defense of a toddler. Oh, the main event, the most hyped main event of the year, Leon Edwards and the return of Colby Chaos Covington. Guess what? It sucked. It was a terrible fight. It was an embarrassing fight. It was a snooze fest. All that talk from Colby Covington. Colby Covington, he crossed the line. He crossed the line, and he went in there and did nothing. And he did it in front of his idol. He did it in front of Donald. An absolute and utter embarrassment. And his idol was so embarrassed, he walked out of the venue while he was giving his post-fight interview. But let's not forget about Leon Edwards. You had a just timid Colby Covington in front of you, and he didn't rock him or hurt him or even really try to go for a finish. He was pretty tentative as well. And honestly, I mean, after what this guy said to you, why don't you have some venom? Why don't you try to, you know, head kick KO him? No, it's bad when I was wishing Bilal Muhammad was fighting instead of these two. You know it's bad when I was literally hoping that Bilal Muhammad would just come in there and save the division. And then in the post-fight interview, Leon Edwards, when asked if Bilal Muhammad's gonna get the next title shot, he's like, no, I don't think he deserves it. I had 10 fights in a row. You know, he doesn't get treated differently. It's like, he does deserve the next title shot. Because Bilal Muhammad is going to win the title and literally become the best welterweight of all time. And it's going to be ridiculous. And now we have to wait like another month for a UFC event. So we get to just think about UFC 296. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. If you guys enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. I'm just in a bad mood. That left a bad taste in my mouth. I can't wait until the next UFC 297. Hopefully that's better.